Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel for the next in my FPV series. I haven't produced a lot of videos lately because I really haven't been around. I spent a bit of time in hospital and I've had a couple of spinal surgeries. And of course the weather up here has been pretty crap to say the least, so it's nice to get back to a bit of flying again. And I built this Atom RC Swordfish last year. Never flew particularly well in the first instance. In fact, if you see the first video, the thing just about did a 360 and came around and just smashed into the ground. So after a good hard long look at the thrust line on the motors, I decided to shim the motors out, and that apparently has had a dramatic effect on how this thing flies, as you can see. Excuse me. It's actually, the slight modification I've made to the thrust angles of the motors has made this into a completely different airframe. So it's actually nice to get to grips with it for a while. This was not a bad morning, it was quite overcast. The wind was very mild. I decided to get up there and run the test that we needed to do, and I'm literally quite pleased with the results. As you can see, the thing flies quite stable. The launches are as they should have always been. The thing just kind of flies out your hand and goes off at a reasonable angle. I don't use, although it's got iNav 6 in it, I don't use iNav's auto launch system. I have my own auto launch that I write into my transmitter, and that's what I use, and it's just absolutely working very well. So we're just kind of jogging around the area, trying this and that, see how the thing's flying. Incidentally, the video on the camera too is it's a little bit out of focus, so my apologies for that. That's been rectified. The camera's quite an old one. It's an old Runcam Mini Split 2, I believe it is. It only does 1080p, but when the camera's in focus, it's not a bad picture, but in this one it is slightly out of focus. But as I say, that's been corrected. So just kind of floating around the field, in and out, back and forward, doing the test of fields down to the left there, down below that wing, where we are now. And this thing is so efficient too. Even though the fact, it has two motors on it, it's a very, very efficient airframe. And it's always surprising when you see that, when you put it in the air and you see it from the front, it's really very difficult to see. It has such a low profile. So yeah, just flying around, playing with a pan and tilt, trying that out. I got some new servos that I did a video on recently as well. That's one of those servos in this, I believe it was the last video, and they're working pretty good too. It'll be quite a good pan. So I've flown around a little bit. We've been up a couple of minutes, and here I am on the approach. This is the normal approach I take to our field. Our runway is actually in the corner of the field, and it's not the best place to be, but we've kind of got used to it. You need to look out for a couple of things. We tend to land this way because we have some power cables on the other end. So yeah, we're dropping down nicely. We need to look out for that tree, that small tree, kind of in the middle there now, and dodge this hedge. and then drop down. You can just see the strip there now. Just drop down onto the strip, and that's the landing. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll catch up with you later. Bye bye now.